I've always wanted a small e-ink accessory display like this for my desk setup. A low power device with an always on display to show basic data like the time and weather information. It's also synced to my MacroPad settings, so when I switch over to my laptop, you see the HDMI and USB selections being used, or when I switch over to my PS5 to play games. And I can see stats like the CPU, GPU, and memory load info for my main PC on here as well. And since this is connected over Wi-Fi, I can even pull internet data, like for example, the stock market. Since this is using an e-ink display, it's super easy to read at all angles, doesn't emit a distracting glow during nighttime, which goes perfectly next to my OLED display, and the user interface is completely customizable to any theme you could dream of. Hi, I'm David, and here's a quick look at this e-ink display I built for my computer desk setup. This e-ink project is actually an add-on to the MacroPad project I built a year ago that uses a Home Assistant server behind the scenes as the brains of the operation. As a side note, this MacroPad has gone through some major upgrades with now built-in Wi-Fi, added layer keys, and a new 3D printed case and keycaps. For the e-ink's electronics, I'm using this older version of the LilyGo T5 module that comes pre-built with a 4.7 inch e-ink display, an ESP32 microcontroller, a JST connector for a lithium battery, and a USB-C port. And then I just pop it into a 3D printed case, and that's it for the hardware side. After installing ESP Home on the device and a couple dozen hours of reading code examples and troubleshooting, I'm able to render some graphics on here such as text, shapes like this rectangle, and even image files. With this basic toolset, I can easily design an image file to be used as the background template, add some dynamic text like the time, temperature, and load information, and create rectangles to represent the load bars. For more complex dynamic graphics like the HDMI and USB inputs, I took the laser route and just made multiple images and just swapped between them as needed. And then you can add different pages to the display to flip between them and customize them with whatever you want. There are a couple limitations to be aware of with this implementation. For one, the code base I'm using here only supports black and white designs. While the hardware should technically also support grayscale for more complex designs, I haven't gotten that to work yet. Or in the future, I might try out a larger multicolor e-ink display instead. And second, the battery life. My code hasn't been optimized for power efficiency, so with a 1200 mAh battery, this device only lasts about 24 hours before needing a charge. But I also have this weather and temperature only version that sleeps for 15 minutes between updates, and with that power optimization, it can last up to a month before needing a charge. But for this desk version, I'm fine just leaving it plugged in all the time. And lastly, this e-ink display does show quite a bit of image ghosting in some areas, which may require me to do some code optimization or switch to a different display panel entirely, but I'll run with it as is for now to see if it gets any worse. So that's a quick look at this e-ink display I made for my desk setup, and you can find all the source code in the links below. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video, you know what to do, and I'll see you in the next one.